Hi guys, it's Michael Aji here, comic consultant, and I have Jason Barrett, the man, the mission, the messiah. He's the CEO of JBEON Comics, and I am so happy that you can be here. Thank you for coming.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the invite.
No, trust me.
Facebook HQ.
Yeah.
We made it, Mom.
Yo, but guys, Jason has created a phenomenal character, Heru. I don't know if you can see this, but Heru, the first hero.
First hero.
The main hero. Jason, you don't mind a quick Jason?
Yeah, Jay's good, man.
Yeah?
It works.
So, Jay, please inform us. Tell us about Heru. What made you come up with the concept of the character?
Okay, so first of all, I like Egyptology, and he's a character from Egypt. Most people know him as Horus. Horus, which is his Greek name, which is what the Greeks called him, but the actual African name is Heru. So I thought, first of all, I'm going to bring it back to the original. And not just that, the where we actually get our English word hero from is actually from that word from Heru. And so it was important for me. So that's why when with book one, the first hero, it was kind of a play on that. This is where it comes from. It started there. It all starts in Africa.
Not Wakanda, you see?
So I thought, you know what? Let me. So I kind of wanted to resurrect this character.
So this character exists beforehand, or
well, not in this kind of form. Just in antiquity, it was one of the Egyptian gods. It was Asar, Aset, and Heru. Isis, Osiris, Horus.
So Horus, was he a god of, the Egyptian god of what?
So he was the falcon god. You've seen the falcon head. He was the falcon god. So very powerful character back then, a warrior. And I just thought, you know what? We need to resurrect our heroes. And so, but I thought, let me package it slightly different. So, comic books for me have always been symbols of hope. And we see that a lot with Captain America, for example. Captain America, World War II. Captain America went up against Hitler. Superman as well. That classic. He knocked out Hitler. So, and this gave the troops, and this gave the Western, the Allied forces. This gave them hope. This gave the young children hope that we've got superheroes that are going to defeat these real bad people. And so I thought, what would that look like if during slavery we had a Superman? What would that look like if we had an individual to fight on our behalf? And so I think it kind of birthed from there to kind of create that narrative.
Yeah, because I've read the book. I read it. Guys, I recommend you guys to read it as well. It's on his Instagram link. Go there. Press it. It's very good. It's very good. And it's not your typical slave story.
No.
And what I like about it, when I read it through, I read it through to the beginning to the end twice, and I was like, it resonated with me. And you see the development of his abilities, and you see what he's gone through and everything. And he's a very hopeful guy.
Yes.
He's very forgiving.
Yes.
Yo, no matter what he's hard bringings that he's gone through, he's hard done by. He's a very forgiving type of person. But I don't want to ruin it for you guys. But it literally got me thinking, is it ended? Oh my god. Okay. Can I download the second issue or something? I'm thinking, it's not that. I was like, okay. Now I had to wait until I asked Jason. And I was literally tapping my hands thinking, okay, I had to wait this week. Well, when I see Jason, I asked him. And as soon as I saw you, that's the first one I asked in the office. So obviously I can't reveal that. I know that now. It was so cool is that even I can't, that's a reach. I was gonna say it. I was actually gonna say it. But the story of Heru and the whole concept behind it, the background, the history, the supporting characters in it as well. There's so much levels to it.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think that there are so many elements to our story. Yeah. There's so many elements to what went on in the transatlantic slave Holocaust.
Yeah.
There's so many elements to that because there is an element of forgiveness in that.
Yeah.
There is an element of rage in that. There is an element of anger in that.
There's an element of spirituality in that as well.
There's an element of spirituality.
Which you brought to it.
So there's so many avenues. And so what I wanted to do was use the different characters to have different voices in that. So you've got Akeem, who's just not having a bar of anything.
The raging one,
that guy.
The hype man.
He doesn't want to know about anything. And then obviously, and Heru brings that balance.
Yeah.
And so, and even the use of their different names, because because you know, we're going to see later on down that there's a moment where Heru's real name is Toby. Well, when I say his real name is Heru, but he's called Toby by the plantation owner and all the rest of it.
Did they call him out in the comic?
Nah, but
that's what I'm thinking.
It comes later, you know, that all of them get to a point where they decide that they want to have original names. So amongst each other, they call themselves their original names. And this actually went on during the transatlantic slave trade, but we don't know this side of it, you know. And so I use Toby as a little kind of, a little bit of pastiche, a little nod to Roots, you know, because that's what Kunta Kinte was called in Roots. So,
wow.
Yeah, so a little nod to Roots there in there. So, you know, I put different little elements in there, but you do see it in the fact file on Heru at the end where it breaks that.
I'm not gonna lie, I skipped over that part quickly because I just wanted to, I was so wanting to know more information as possible about, because you see his abilities developing throughout that stage, and I like that concept of what you did there.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, okay, it's like some superheroes, they get the powers, bang, then I have to use everything. You're thinking, that's not believable.
Yeah.
And from this, it was like a gradual process through it.
Yes.
And it was so deep. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, so I'm not saying anything. I'm actually just saying stuff that will be a given anyway.
Yeah.
But it was so cool. But that, with Heru, that was cool. But I'm going to ask you now, consultant to CEO.
I like it.
Who's your favourite superhero?
Wow.
Besides Heru, that you created?
Wow. I think growing up, it was really weird. Growing up, I read the Mighty Thor. Mighty Thor.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what I liked about Thor was I liked the way he talked.
I
grew up in the church reading the King James Version of the Bible.
Okay.
And Thor spoke like that.
Yeah.
And so there was, what it was, I mean, I liked his powers as God of Thunder and Odin's son and all the rest of it. And, you know, he's a really powerful superhero. But I just liked the way that he spoke.
And corresponded like that.
Yeah. So I used to collect, so in my collection, if you go to my collection now, I've got quite a big comic collection, still collected today. I think maybe.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's what
it is. But it's going to be Mighty Thor, Silver Surfer.
Okay, cool. I was thinking crazy.
Silver Surfer. But funnily enough, I've actually got a tattoo of Superman.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
So I've always loved Superman as well. You know, but I was never really a DC man. Like I'm a Marvel man.
I'm a DC guy.
I'm a Marvel man. I'm not gonna front.
We were on the same level
up until that point.
We said that now. I'm thinking to myself, the movies I can agree with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you said that part there now.
But I think it was because I was Thor, I was Silver Surfer. They were my guys, and I liked, the characters like Galactus and Eternity. These real massive cosmic beings that they always used to just capture my imagination when I was younger, man. And so. Even when I put in the book at the beginning, in the sort of intro to it, like what comics were for me, where I kind of grew up. It was quite rough where I grew up in Brockley, Southeast London, Brockley stand up, and and it was a thing like for me, it was a form of escapism. Okay. These were windows that you could look through, and in those windows were superheroes, were powers, were the windows that you were looking outside. There was drug addicts out there. People getting stabbed, fighting, and it just wasn't nice.
That's
but
interesting.
Those windows, there was so much going on. So for me,
the panels were saying levels.
Oh man,
and you just want to know what
me, man.
Yeah, he just draws you in.
Yeah.
For me, comics taught me how to read and write and help me with my grammar and stuff.
Yes.
So when I was reading comics, I just saw my mum was like, "Oh, Michael, go on, you must read your book," and you think to yourself. Okay, she's throwing an encyclopedia in front of me. All I'm seeing words. I'm dyslexic, so when I'm looking at those words, I'm seeing the words having a party for me.
Yes.
So I can't really resonate with that. Then I remember I went to one comic book shop by accident. When my mom sent me to the corner shop to go and get her shopping. And I went to buy that, but I walked past the shop and she goes, "Oh, I've got pocket money, so let me buy something here." So I walked in, just genuinely interested.
Yeah.
I looked around, and Christopher Reeve's Superman, back in the day, I saw a comic called Superman. I was like, oh, I recognize this character. Let me pick it up. So I took it home now. My mum didn't mind because obviously she sees me with something, some form of books.
Yes.
Whatsoever.
Reading, that's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
So she didn't mind.
Yeah.
Then after a while she realised this reading is going a bit far away now because I'm buying a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then she goes, oh my God, can't you read your newspaper? Like, your book, read your book now. And I go, Mum, I'm reading. But I couldn't read what was going on because I was looking at the pictures.
Yes.
Then after a while, I forced myself to read what was going on because I wanted to know what was going on.
Yes.
Then as a byproduct from it, I started realising I get good at spelling and stuff like that, get good at grammar and stuff. The teacher was telling my mum that. Then my mum was telling the teacher a lie. He goes, oh, yes, Michael reads his book at home. He reads the newspaper. All that stuff. You thinking, I was looking at my mum, really? Really, mum? You're telling me the same book I'm reading, is the comics book that you're lying to the teacher that it's newspapers. Okay, mum, I see you. So when she cuts me out, she goes, oh, Michael, you shouldn't lie. But you lied to Miss Smith. Shut up there, you know what I mean? But it's just one of them things there. That's my history with comics. So comics, for me, it's a personal thing where it's helped me develop as an individual.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So for you, it's took you away from that background of all the
noise.
Yeah, that's all that side.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's real cool.
And I think, you know what they do as well? They really feed your imagination.
Yes, they do.
They really feed your imagination. Because most of the creatives that I know, filmmakers and so on, they were comic fans, Which is natural thing, look at my George R.R. Martin, who created Game of Thrones. Yeah. Massive comic fan.
Exactly. Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff. He was into it back in the day.
So I think that, comic books, I think the genre of comic books really, really feeds creativity. That was it for me, man. That fit, and Marvel, Marvel captured me.
Yeah. No DC, right?
Nah. Like I say, but then Superman, like I say, I got my, you got the
house at L.
I got the house at L up in here, you know what I mean? So,
Wow. Well, thank you so much for that, Jason.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that. And I don't know, audience, I say to you guys, go out and get Heru. It's not available in your local comic book store yet.
Not yet, but we're working on that. We're working on getting distribution. So I know that it will. If you're in Leeds, Forbidden Planet will be holding it in Leeds and OK Comics. Yeah. I'm going to be talking with Forbidden Planet today in London. Okay. So hopefully we can get some stuff going. So I'm trying to slowly but surely. Yeah. But the website is JBEON.comics.com. Yeah. And you can get it there.
Yeah, I got my copy.
Digital downloads £1.16.
Yeah, that's how much it is.
£1.16.
If you want to buy the hard copy, as you know, as such fanatics here.
Gotta have the hard copy.
I'm getting mine signed, by the way. Just let you guys that know now. He's here. He's signing mine. But yeah, my name is Michael Adji, your comic consultant. This is Jason. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you for being here, man.
No, trust me. I am so honoured. Trust me. And I'll see you guys at our next consultation.